Have you ever felt like the world was against you? Those days when getting out of bed feels like a Herculean effort and finding motivation is like searching for a needle in a haystack? Well, know that you're not alone. We all face tough days, moments when the will to keep going is suffocated by challenges and lack of energy. And it's precisely in these moments that true strength is forged. The idea that motivation must be constant is one of the biggest illusions of modern life. In fact, it is on the most challenging days that we find opportunities to grow, reinvent ourselves, and prove to ourselves what we're truly capable of. Instead of giving in to discouragement, how about learning to navigate these days with strategies that reignite your inner flame? Let's explore together how to turn tough days into springboards for success and discover that motivation can be reignited even in the most adverse circumstances. We all face tough days, moments when things don't go as planned and motivation simply disappears. These days are a natural part of life and can be triggered by various factors such as personal problems, work stress, or even health issues. Recognizing that these moments are temporary is the first step in dealing with them. Instead of being carried away by discouragement, it's important to understand that these days are part of a cycle and that motivation can be restored with the right approaches. One of the biggest challenges on tough days is the feeling that everything is out of control. When life seems chaotic, motivation tends to decrease because we feel like our efforts are getting us nowhere. However, this perception can be misleading. Even on the most challenging days, there are aspects of life that we can control. Identifying small actions you can take to improve the situation, no matter how minor, can help regain a sense of control and, consequently, motivation. Another important aspect is accepting that it's normal to feel unmotivated from time to time. Society often pressures us to always be motivated and productive, but this is simply unrealistic. Understanding that motivation is a fluctuating emotion that can vary from day to day is crucial. Accepting these feelings without guilt allows you to face them with more compassion and less resistance. Instead of fighting against the lack of motivation, you can learn to work with it in more effective ways. Tough days also offer an opportunity to reflect on your goals and motivations. When everything seems to be going wrong, it's a good time to assess whether you're on the right path or if you need to make adjustments. Sometimes the lack of motivation is a sign that something needs to change, whether in your goals, your approach, or even your expectations. This introspection can be very useful in realigning your priorities and rediscovering what truly matters to you. Finally, it's important to remember that tough days are temporary and that motivation can be renewed with the right strategies. Even when everything seems to be falling apart, maintaining hope and perspective is crucial. Sometimes the simple act of remembering that you've overcome challenges in the past can be enough to reignite motivation. It's a continuous process, but with patience and perseverance, you can overcome these tough days and emerge stronger and more motivated. When motivation is low, it can be helpful to turn to specific techniques to reignite it. One of the most effective strategies is to break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. This can help make the work less intimidating and more accessible, which can in turn stimulate motivation. Starting with small achievements can create a snowball effect, where each success generates more energy and will to continue. Even on the toughest days, this approach can transform the feeling of being overwhelmed into a flow of accomplishments. Another powerful technique is the use of positive affirmations. Repeating encouraging phrases can help shift the focus from negative thoughts to a more positive mindset. Affirmations act as a constant reminder of your ability to overcome challenges. For example, repeating phrases like, "I can get through this day," or "Every step I take brings me closer to my goals," to yourself may seem simple, but it has a profound impact on how you approach the day. Over time, these words begin to shape your perception and consequently your motivation. Connecting with your values and purpose can also be an effective way to restore motivation. When you feel unmotivated, it's easy to lose sight of the why behind your actions. Revisiting your long-term goals and remembering why they are important to you can bring back the drive to keep going. This process of reconnecting with purpose not only renews motivation but also brings clarity about what truly matters, helping you navigate tough days with more determination. A change in perspective is another useful technique. Instead of seeing tough days as obstacles, try viewing them as learning opportunities. Every challenge faced is a chance to develop resilience and enhance skills. This growth mindset can transform frustration into a source of motivation. For example, when facing a difficult task, ask yourself what you can learn from this experience. By shifting the focus from the problem to the learning, you can find a new source of energy to continue. Finally, physical and emotional self-care should not be neglected. Tough days can be exhausting, and taking care of your body and mind is essential to regain motivation. This can include activities like exercising, meditating, or simply taking time to relax. By nurturing your body and mind, you create a conducive environment for motivation to return. These techniques, when integrated into your routine, form a solid foundation that sustains motivation even on the most challenging days. Social support plays a crucial role in maintaining motivation, especially on tough days. Having people around you that you can rely on, whether to vent or receive encouragement, can make a huge difference in how you face challenges. Talking to friends, family, or coworkers who understand and support your goals can provide the perspective and boost needed to keep going. This support network acts as a buffer, softening the impacts of moments of low motivation. Joining groups or communities that share similar interests can also be a powerful source of motivation. Whether it's a group of coworkers going through similar challenges or an online community that shares your passions, being connected with people who face the same struggles can be extremely encouraging. These groups offer not only emotional support but also new ideas and strategies to overcome difficulties. The sense of belonging and mutual support these groups provide can renew motivation when it seems lost. The power of reciprocity should also be considered. Helping others, even when you feel unmotivated, can be surprisingly energizing. Offering support to someone in need not only creates a sense of purpose, but can also inspire motivation in yourself. This act of giving can create a positive cycle where mutual support strengthens both the giver and the receiver. Additionally, seeing that your actions have a positive impact on others' lives can renew your own motivation to continue pursuing your goals. It's important to remember that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather of emotional intelligence. Recognizing that you don't have to face everything alone is a form of self-care that can preserve your motivation in the long term. Don't hesitate to seek support when needed, whether through informal conversations or even professional counseling if necessary. The simple act of sharing your concerns can relieve pressure and create space for motivation to return. Finally, building and maintaining strong relationships is a valuable investment in your motivation. Cultivating genuine friendships and support bonds creates an emotional safety net that you can tap into in times of need. These connections, besides providing practical support, also offer a sense of belonging and appreciation essential for maintaining motivation on tough days. Ultimately, social support is one of the strongest pillars for sustaining motivation throughout life. Staying focused on goals is a greater challenge on tough days when low motivation threatens to divert your attention. However, clarity about what you want to achieve can be a powerful anchor in these moments. Revisiting your goals and reminding yourself of the why behind them can help maintain focus even when circumstances seem to conspire against you. Having clear, well-defined goals serves as a guide, helping to direct your actions and keep you on track even when things get complicated. An effective technique to stay focused is visualization. Imagine yourself achieving your goals, overcoming obstacles, and feeling the success that comes with accomplishment. This mental practice not only reinforces your determination, but can also create renewed motivation. By visualizing the desired future, you connect with the feeling of achievement and satisfaction, which can be a great booster to keep moving forward. This technique acts as a constant reminder that despite temporary difficulties, your goals are achievable and worth the effort. Visualizing success is like planting a seed of motivation that, over time, grows and helps you stay focused even on the most challenging days. Another useful strategy is to break down your goals into small daily steps. Instead of focusing only on the final goal, focus on the small achievements you can accomplish along the way. Each small victory not only brings a sense of progress, but also helps keep motivation high even when the bigger picture seems daunting. This approach allows you to stay focused on the present and what can be done now, which is crucial on tough days when the final goal may seem distant. Finally, it's essential to maintain a long-term perspective. Remembering that tough days are just a small part of a bigger journey helps to not lose focus. When you see challenges as temporary and keep your vision on the big picture, it's easier to keep moving forward even when motivation wavers. This perspective allows you to maintain discipline and commitment, knowing that each step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. Practicing gratitude may seem like a simple concept, but it has a profound impact on motivation, especially on tough days. By recognizing the things you're grateful for, you shift the focus from what is going wrong to what is going right, which can renew your energy and will to continue. Gratitude not only elevates your emotional state, but also creates an abundance mindset where you feel more empowered to face challenges with positivity. An effective way to practice gratitude is to keep a journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These entries don't need to be grand. They can be simple things like a hot coffee in the morning or a compliment you received. Over time, this habit creates a collection of positive moments that you can revisit on tough days, offering a more balanced and motivating perspective. This simple exercise can transform your perception of everyday life, helping to keep motivation high even when challenges arise. Gratitude also has the power to improve your relationships and social connections, which in turn strengthens your emotional support network. When you express gratitude to others, you create a cycle of positivity that can inspire and motivate both you and those around you. This exchange of positive energy is a constant reminder that you're not alone in your struggles and that there is much to be grateful for, even on the toughest days. Furthermore, the practice of gratitude can serve as an emotional anchor. On days when everything seems to be going wrong, reflecting on what you've already achieved and the good things in your life can provide the necessary encouragement to keep going. This practice doesn't negate the challenges but puts them in perspective, showing that despite the difficulties, there is always something positive to fight for. This emotional balance is crucial to maintaining motivation and resilience, especially in times of adversity. Finally, gratitude reinforces a growth mindset where every challenge is seen as an opportunity for learning and development. By recognizing small victories and moments of joy, you prepare yourself to face tough days with more confidence and determination. The regular practice of gratitude transforms the way you see the world, making it easier to maintain motivation even when circumstances are challenging. In summary, gratitude is not just a pleasant feeling but a powerful tool for keeping the flame of motivation burning regardless of circumstances. Procrastination is one of the biggest challenges that arise on tough days when motivation is already low and tasks seem overwhelming. It's important to recognize that procrastination is not just laziness, but often a response to stress or feeling overwhelmed. Accepting that procrastination is part of the human experience and not judging yourself for it is the first step to overcoming it. By treating procrastination with compassion instead of guilt, you create space to find practical solutions that help you regain control. An effective way to deal with procrastination is to break tasks into smaller, more manageable parts. When a task seems immense, the natural tendency is to put it off. However, by breaking it down into small steps, it becomes more accessible and less intimidating. This approach allows you to start working even on the toughest days, taking small steps that accumulate into significant accomplishments. Each small advance creates a sense of progress, which can gradually restore lost motivation. Another crucial aspect is creating an environment that minimizes distractions. On tough days, any small distraction can become an excuse to procrastinate. Therefore, it's essential to set up your workspace in a way that promotes focus. This can include turning off notifications, establishing an organized workspace, or even using productivity techniques like the Pomodoro technique to stay focused. By reducing opportunities for procrastination, you increase your chances of staying focused and productive even on less inspired days. Self-compassion also plays a vital role in overcoming procrastination. Instead of harshly criticizing yourself for procrastinating, try adopting a more understanding attitude toward yourself. Understand that tough days are natural and that we all face moments of procrastination. By treating yourself kindly, you create a more positive mental environment that makes it easier to get back to work. This attitude not only helps to overcome procrastination, but also to maintain motivation over time. Finally, it's important to celebrate small victories. Each task completed, no matter how small, should be recognized and celebrated. This not only reinforces productive behavior, but also creates a positive cycle that combats procrastination. On tough days, These small victories can be the difference between a lost day and a day of progress. By focusing on what you have accomplished rather than what remains undone, you feed motivation and build the momentum needed to face the next challenges. Resilience is the ability to quickly recover from difficulties, and it is an essential quality for maintaining motivation on tough days. When things don't go as planned, it's resilience that allows you to keep moving forward despite obstacles. This ability to bounce back is not innate. It can be developed through conscious practices that strengthen the mind and spirit. Resilience is what differentiates those who give up in the face of adversity from those who find the strength to keep going. Building resilience begins with accepting that challenges are a natural part of life. Instead of seeing tough days as signs of failure, view them as opportunities for growth. Each difficulty overcome strengthens your resilience, making you more prepared to face future obstacles. The practice of cognitive restructuring, which involves changing the way you perceive challenges, can be extremely helpful. By reframing problems as learning opportunities, you not only improve your resilience, but also keep your motivation high even in tough times. Another crucial aspect of resilience is maintaining a positive mindset. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but rather choosing to focus on solutions and what can be done to improve the situation. The regular practice of gratitude, as mentioned earlier, is an effective way to nurture this positive mindset. When you cultivate a focus on the positive aspects, even on tough days, you reinforce your ability to face adversity with a mindset of overcoming. This focus on positivity helps keep your spirits high and your motivation intact. Resilience is also strengthened by social support. Having a reliable support network can make all the difference in times of difficulty. Sharing your challenges with friends, family, or mentors not only eases the emotional burden, but can also provide new perspectives and solutions you hadn't considered. This emotional support creates a cushion that softens the impact of tough days, making it easier to maintain motivation and determination. Finally, resilience manifests itself in the ability to learn from challenges and apply those lessons in the future. Every tough day brings with it an opportunity for growth and learning that can be used to strengthen your approach to future situations. By adopting an attitude of continuous learning, you not only build resilience but also create a solid foundation for maintaining motivation regardless of circumstances. Over time, this accumulated resilience becomes an inexhaustible source of inner strength, enabling you to face any challenge life throws at you. Persistence is the ability to keep moving forward even when challenges seem insurmountable. On tough days, when motivation is low and circumstances seem to work against you, persistence becomes an essential tool. It's easy to want to give up when things don't go as expected, but persistence is what differentiates those who achieve their goals from those who fall by the wayside. It's the force that keeps you moving even when each step seems like a monumental effort. One of the keys to maintaining persistence is to remember the why behind your goals. Revisiting your reasons and what you hope to achieve can renew your determination to keep going. In moments of adversity, it helps to reflect on why you started your journey in the first place. This connection with your purpose can reignite the flame of motivation, making it easier to face obstacles with a firm and resolute attitude. When you're clear about what you want and why you want it, persistence ceases to be an effort and becomes a natural expression of your commitment. Persistence can also be cultivated through the practice of patience. Often, the results we desire do not come immediately, and this wait can be demotivating. However, understanding that progress can be slow and that every effort counts is essential for maintaining persistence. Patience allows us to see beyond momentary difficulties and keep our focus on the long term. This approach helps to avoid frustration and maintain motivation even when results are not immediate. Moreover, it's important to celebrate small progress along the way. Persistence doesn't mean simply continuing without recognition. It's also about valuing every small step taken in the right direction. By acknowledging and celebrating your small victories, you keep morale high and reinforce persistent behavior. These celebrations act as fuel for the journey, encouraging you to continue even when challenges accumulate. This positive approach helps transform persistence into a natural and enjoyable habit. Finally, persistence is strengthened when you surround yourself with positive influences. Being around people who believe in you and your goals can provide the support needed to keep moving forward. Mentors, friends, and colleagues who share your vision can offer advice, encouragement, and the perspective needed to overcome the toughest moments. This support not only reinforces your determination, but also creates an environment where persistence is rewarded and valued. Ultimately, maintaining persistence amidst adversity is what paves the way for long-term success. We've reached the end of this journey, but the real work starts now. What will you do with all this knowledge? Tough days are inevitable, but with the right strategies, you can turn these moments of discouragement into opportunities to grow and strengthen your determination. The question remains, are you willing to apply these lessons to your life? Think about how different it would be to face adversities with the certainty that you have the power to change your state of mind and stay focused regardless of circumstances. I invite you to put into practice what you've learned here, to experiment with these techniques, and see how they can make a difference. And if you want to continue on this journey of self-discovery and growth, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Together, let's turn tough days into days of victory. Let's go. The next step depends on you.